Hello, welcome to my live stream today. Let's just set up everything and please give me feedback if you can hear me, see me, and everything is working. And if for some reason the live stream in Discord should stop, please let me know somehow. Sometimes this happens. I haven't figured out the reason yet, but the last streams everything was more or less perfect. Hi Aloe Santa. Hi Sandra. Hello Peter. Very good, that's fine. Then we can start with the presentation for today. Yeah, welcome to Order Flow Trading with Robert Rother. For the people who don't know me yet or who are new to Bookmap and to my way of trading, I started trading actually at the age of 13 years. That was, I think, in 1995. I started trading stocks and I became quite successful in that area in Germany. And then at the age of 17, I co-founded an investment company with two partners. Actually, they were my mentors who taught me how to trade, how to manage funds, what is private equity, what are alternative investments, managed accounts, and all that sort of stuff. After a couple of years, I sold my shares in that company with a huge profit and I went to China. It was always my dream to actually not to live in Germany. So, and in China, I did the same thing. I started a new investment company, but with a Chinese partner together. This company became very successful. We actually, during the financial crisis or subprime crisis in 2008, my best trading day was in the Forex markets where I swapped US dollars and Chinese renminbi, and I made a profit of 800,000 US dollars in just a single day. And my company grew after that to over 100 million US dollars under management within 10 months. And this company became so successful because I also invested in the Chinese information system. I had a website called Finance China who was translating Chinese stock market information to English. And well, even if I had all the licenses, the Chinese government didn't like it and they detained me in May 2011. And yeah, well, then another journey started and I spent 7 years and 7 months in a Chinese jail for outsmarting the Chinese finance system. That was released in December 2018. And well, what you do, I wrote a book about my life, my first biography. It became a best-selling book in Germany. And well, everyone asked me, hey Robert, can you teach me how to trade the stock markets or financial markets? And then I went back to the trading business. You should know I never had an iPhone in my hand until I was released from jail. So I entered a complete new world. And that was also when I actually got the first time in touch with Bookmap and I said, wow, what a great tool, which I would love to have at that time, but it was not existing. Just came a couple years later. Anyway, if you, I'm starting an English-speaking community. If you want to know more about me, I will show you later or post the link where you can find me. Well, here Linktree on YouTube, my name. Well, it's currently still in German, but we are working on an English version. So now, most importantly, if you trade, you are responsible for yourself. Never blame someone else for your own mistakes. And I have to read it again. All Bookmap limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. So you are your own boss. Never underestimate that. And now an announcement. I think today in like 2 hours or 3 hours it's going to start. There's a great seminar with Bruce and from Extra Futures. I know Bruce from Bookmap, of course. Great guy. I only can recommend him. And Aksha Futures, I also know myself, and they have a great YouTube channel with a lot of valuable information. Check out the YouTube channel. It's great content. I'm watching it myself and subscribe to it since a long time. No, of course, if they offer you this sort of workshop, it's yeah, you have nothing to lose. Just participate. So now we are going into the markets, and well, yeah, it's daylight saving time in the US. So in Europe, the opening hours of the exchanges are a little bit earlier, 1 hour. Very terrible for me. It ruins my whole day. Start working at 2 p.m. It's normally 3 p.m. or 3:30 is a nice time for me, and now I have to wake up earlier. So we saw this massive sell up, but let me check the chat first. Yeah, exactly. Very great. You posted the link. I'm curious, why not Germany, demo trader? Well, first of all, good question. I had this desire, or somehow an inner voice told me you should leave Germany, yeah, in an early age. I always wanted to do something different. Actually, I never expected to go to China. This just happened after I sold the shares of my first company. I was 20 years old. I had a lot of money, and I did nothing but eating, drinking, and having party. And was living in a nice German city with a nice apartment. And my neighbor, he was a consultant for China and Europe trade stuff. So he took me to China, and then, well, I landed in Shanghai in 2004. I was 21, and I just fell in love with that city or that country. And yeah, then I was hooked up. And Germany, well, I tell you the truth, the legal environment, taxation, and everything is just horrible. It's simply not competitive for me. And yeah, no, I don't like this way of life. I'm more like the US guy. And yeah, this is my dream country, I can say like this. Living the American dream. So now let's have a look. Let me check here if everything is working. So now the most important thing for me, always, it's triple witching week. Never underestimate this time period. On Friday, the futures, index futures, index options, and stock options will expire. That is always a time where you have incredible moves without any reason or any logic behind it. So if you have a trading system and your, let's say, support resistance zones or entry levels don't work currently, don't take it too serious, because it's simply just the market right now doesn't follow the normal rules. Yeah. It's always sort of crazy. So if you have any questions, all please post it. I'm answering everything as good as I can. So if I see anything. So now let's have a look. Very important statistics for me is always I call it initial balance. The initial balance is the high and low during the first 30 minutes of the trading day. And if you have this initial balance, like yesterday, it was only 13.25 points. That is actually the difference or the delta between the high and the low. So you have a very narrow range. And actually the market didn't do a lot yesterday during the first half of the day, and then the breakout started. So if we have this number, it's simply to tell me, are we already at the end? Did we already make the move in the market or not? For example, day before yesterday we had 30. Credible number compared to the other days. And then you always know how to place your stop loss. For example, if I trade the ES, I basically have a scalping strategy. I am not using more than 5 ticks of as a stop loss. But in this current market environment, it's difficult. Then I sometimes use 6 or 7 ticks, and with a profit target of 12, 13 or 14 ticks. It's a very good risk to reward ratio, and many of my community members actually started to fund their accounts in one Apex prop firm accounts in 1 or 2 days with this sort of AVWAP strategy. So now we are going to check the initial balance here. I clear all the drawings. These lines, what you can see here is the initial balance from the day before. And we also check here, let me see, for 30 we started opening price here, first trading half trading hour from 2:30 to 3 o'clock. We draw it in, set a number, horizontal line. We have the high here, it's at 5241. I will enter this 5241, the high and the low at, well, interesting, it was a huge sell-off here. Have to scroll in a little bit. Actually the low was here, horizontal line, at 5208, 5208.75. So we have an initial balance of 32 points. But we also have to know tomorrow is the last trading day, so it will become very volatile today. And I believe we already made a big move, which actually indicates me that at the low of today, the low of the initial balance, I would not expect to do other shorts. Actually, I would look to catch a turnaround. Then always important point, the settlement price. The settlement price you can find on the website of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, but it will change soon. Yeah, they wrote it here, settlements. Beginning Monday, April 1st, CME Group settlement data will no longer be accessible through FTB Group and will have a delayed publication time. Okay, maybe we have to do something different there, but most importantly, we're looking at the June contract right now. Settlement price is at 5232.50. This is the March contract. You can also see the trading volume is a lot less than the June contracts. Everyone should know we have 4 seasons, yeah, March, June, September, and December, and we see monthly shortcut HMUZ, and now we are in the M months, June. So let's 5232.50. 5232.50. Important to notify this in my chart. And also, as I just mentioned, we have a huge initial balance, and to go actually short at this moment is not the smartest move, because we already have this big downsell, and now we have the actually correction. And the next thing that is always very important for me, and it's I think one of the best add-ons for Bookmap, is the AVWAP. AVWAP should be this one. We want to session start, so there is the 14th, to enter this 14. Okay, come. It's now calculating. You can also use a more fancy color. I'm not sure, but I think that still it's a beta version of this AVWAP tool. There are still some things that don't work yet. We have now the AVWAP, but it should start here. It didn't do that. Let me figure out my mistake. Normally the computer is always smarter. Oh, we close this one, take it out, create new line, show VWAP. They are at 315. I want to have it starting at the official opening in pink color. Okay, so now let's see what's going to happen. No, it still doesn't start where I want to. At least today, Rhythmic is working. Yesterday I had so many problems with the Rhythmic data feed. It was unimaginable, but it still doesn't start where I want to have it started. So we cancel this one and do it the old-fashioned way. 430 opening price. So here, exactly here, right click, create anchored VWAP here, start. Yep, and now it's starting here. Exactly, this is what I want. Now I go to settings, configure add-ons, and well, I cannot find my VWAP here. What is this? Show VWAP 9. Okay, maybe it's now a different name. I'm deleting all this one now. Well, I'm sorry for that, but I just really got, it's a new tool and sometimes I also not so familiar with these things. I'm not the tech guy, I tell you the truth. This is actually why I love Bookmap, because I can see everything visual. There are the people who are very good with numbers, the other one very good with pictures. Yeah, I was simply in the wrong, I don't know why this is shown up here. Wrong section, exactly here. Now we can also see it. It was my simple mistake. Oh, make it clear. Now we use pink color. Okay, bands. These standard deviations bands are very, very important for my trading. So I added them. Yeah, now it's getting better. Okay, now we have picture. If you don't like this color as well, you can change it. Even for me, I tell you, I have huge eye problems, and I'm awaiting my new glasses, and for me, colors are always a problem. And with my left eye, I see mostly double, so it's always a very confusing view for me on the markets. Maybe this is why I also don't like numbers. I simply cannot read them. Now we take out a little bit of the color. What's interesting here, and I figured this out, or we have also this sort of annoying bracket orders currently. Yeah, in the NQ, it's very obvious. I think somehow they want to destroy the view on our favorite chart. So maybe we have a solution for that. We just go settings. It was in the NQ crazy, yeah, with these fake things. But we can filter this. So we go to Trader Map Pro. We create for the ES, call it simply ES, add filters, order change filter, and changed price. We have to see was it changed or not changed. Changed, yeah. I think we have to figure out if we can eliminate these sort of annoying bracket orders. I mean, the people at the exchanges or the big players are not stupid. So if they know you're using Bookmap, you have an advantage. So how can we destroy the view? Well, we create this sort of bracket orders. Now it has to load a little bit. Oh, somehow. Let's see what the result is. It takes some time currently. So if you can switch this out, these sort of annoying brackets, it's fine. And what we could see right now, we had the VWAP, the session VWAP starting. Where does the market go? Exactly back to the VWAP. Now the question is why, or maybe I ask you in that chat room here, who knows anything about the volume weighted average price? Who's trading that and why is it so important? Then I will also give you some background information on that. And also you can like here on YouTube the Bookmap channel. There are only 9 likes right now. That is not enough. Of course, only if you like what I am telling you. If you don't like it, you don't have to do that, you know. You can make some down or some up. So I think all of you know institutional trading, and this is actually my background. When I was trading, and for example, we wanted to buy a stock, and the stock only had a daily trading volume of 10,000 shares, then but our order size was like 100,000 shares, then we cannot just simply go there and say, okay, buy market. This won't work. Then of course it would work, but we would get an absolutely screwed up price. We would pay a lot, too much for the stock. So you have to divide your orders. Then you need, actually, if I was the fund manager, but I was not the executor or the trader. So I would tell to my group of traders, we need that stock around this price. So now if you're a good trader, you get a better commission than others. So how can we calculate this? I trade VWAP and mid, but I don't know why. Okay, yeah, well, demo trader, I'm absolutely happy to tell you that. So if we have to place a larger order, let's say the stock, or any market, the daily trading volume is not like the size that I want to buy, or not even equal to this, yeah. So I will get always a huge price difference. Like I said, the stock has a price of $10 and a daily trading volume of, let's say, 100,000 shares. But now my order is 1 million shares, so I cannot just simply make a market buy order. Then I would not pay $10 for that stock, maybe 12, 13, 14, $15. I would get a market sweep. Yeah? I would simply push the stock to $20, $30, and then my average price is simply a catastrophe. I would buy definitely too expensive. So we have to divide the orders in small parts. For this, I have my group of traders, and I will tell them, okay, we need that stock. Our average price should be like, if the price is $10, let's say the maximum I want to have is 15 as an average price. So they're going to start to trade. And then as a trader, you have the volume weighted average price as a benchmark. Well, always see the difference. VWAP is not an indicator. It's a benchmark. It's a big difference to all the other things. So now if the trader buys the stock always below the VWAP or at the VWAP price, then he's a good trader, because compared to the volume and the price, he gets a fair execution. If he buys above the VWAP for his order, then, well, he doesn't get any commission. A trader is not paid by profit. There are different sort of types of trader, yeah. They are paid by what sort of execution they get from the boss. So this is why we always have this sort of reactions at the VWAP. Something is going to happen, yeah. And this is the niche that I have, which I want to trade. Like we can see here, the market goes to the VWAP, there's a reaction. It stops here, just suddenly like that. And the market bounces back, pullback. And these pullbacks actually are my niche. Now we can see more liquidity is coming above here. Probably the market will break through the VWAP, take the liquidity, and test the initial balance high again. And I'm not telling you this because I'm telling you stories. No, you can also look at MicroStrategy case study from December 2020. There are not many information about this sort of algorithmic trading. but you can find them if you search. And this is from MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, and how they're buying Bitcoin, for example. And the VWAP is an essential part of their strategy. How to place a huge order in Bitcoin so that nobody knows it and that you get a fair value. Yeah, you see the background, the challenge from Michael Saylor. So they're trading a larger size. These are the big players. Yeah, smart order routing trading algorithms. They only buy 0.3 BTC at the time. They made more than 200,000 child fills. Yeah, these are the small orders. And if I know this, that they are working according to VWAP or time-weighted average price is similar, then we have an indication how the smart money is trading. So if I know how the algorithms are working, I cannot beat the algos. But if I understand that something is happening at these zones, then I'm absolutely happy to trade them. So, and since Bookmap has this VWAP tool, it's amazing. And now we can go step deeper. It's not only the VWAP. The VWAP always has a starting point. There are two basic starting points. That is the trading session at 3:30, or the day session, which starts Central European time at midnight, or after, New York time. I think stock exchanges close 5 p.m. if it's a normal time, not day, same 5 p.m. and open again at 6 p.m. or something like that. I'm always confused with this time schedules, but in Europe it's simply midnight when the markets open again. And then you have these two VWAPs, which are really important, but there is also the anchored VWAP, which I like to add. For example, here we have the low. Simply right click, create anchored VWAP. So why am I placing this VWAP here? We have the low of the day, and we have, let's say, the bottom, the low, and I know buyers are coming in, so the market is turning now. And each time the algorithms, if they know, okay, we have the low and we have to get a fair price, they will always wait until the market comes back to the VWAP to buy. If I don't know if the bottom is here, really. I really don't know, There's from that Bookmap chart right now, no indication that the market simply stops here. Well, we could say here's liquidity, but it just started afterwards, But I know there is a bottom, so I simply wait. I put the VWAP here, and now the market makes a U-turn, so to say. And when should I enter the market? Should I buy the breakouts? I am not a breakout trader. I personally, it's not my style. Maybe people are successful with that, but it's simply not my way, because the stop loss must be too big. If I buy a breakout, where should I place my stop loss? I should put it below the low. But that's a too big range. I always really here use 6 or basically 5 ticks. These are for stop loss with a TP of 12. I have a very good risk reward ratio. And maybe if I trade 2, 3, 4 lots, at least I will let one lot run faster, longer, to catch up the trend. And then my stop loss would always be below this anchored VWAP. Now let's also see. And oh, what a surprise. I did not check this chart right now, but we have the anchored VWAP here at the low. Where did the market make a break? Wow, you see? Now can you understand why I only need a 5-tick stop? Either the market turns or not. So I just want to trade this touch here. We are not much above this. I don't need a stop loss of 20 ticks or something like that. It either works or it doesn't. And then I can trade multiple times, because with a reward to risk ratio of 2 to 1, we could say, I can 50% hit rate is absolutely sufficient. And I can tell you, many people in my community, or more and more, who are following this strategy, are funding their prop trading accounts very fast. It's simply because you have this low risk. And not only this, you can trade this strategy in any futures market. I like to trade the ES because it's not so choppy like the NQ, but it's also working in the NQ. But there are other markets which are even much better, I believe, is for example oil, crude oil, CL. Very, very nice market for the VWAP. Okay, now this is a standard VWAP. We also see here touch, 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 touch. And then the market will break out. And if you place the VWAP here at the low, right, create anchor VWAP. So we have it here. Low, it's beginning. I want to get a little bit in. We define this low. The market is turning, moving upward. No entrance point here because the market is still running. It's unlucky. Maybe I would try to get in here. We see this little and this little. I really want to dive into this to see. Because for this Bookmap is incredible to see really this little market sweep. The market just dropped, one tick above the VWAP, Maybe I would have gotten into that market or maybe not. I don't know. It's sometimes luck. But these moves, they are no coincidence. Simply to go to the VWAP, Also here, market just turns just above the VWAP here, just here, one tick above. And then these pullbacks, as I call them, they are my favorite trades. Here probably I would have lost. Market goes a little bit further, but that's part of the game. Here again, we have this huge sell-offs and they simply stop at the VWAP. Why? Can you tell me why? This is no, I mean, there's no mystery behind it. It is algorithmic trading. Okay, now the picture became maybe a little bit better with TradeMap Pro, but probably next week this annoyance is also gone here with these bracket orders. So now here we have the VWAP. That is the typical loss trade, but it doesn't matter. You 5 ticks, you lost. Okay, now what we are going to do is we wait for the new market structure that the market will touch the VWAP here. That we see a small sell-off, probably to the liquidity at 21.50 or 21, and then we make the retest. I call it, the retest, or back to sender, it's my favorite word in English, back to sender, and then up to the liquidity levels above here. So let's see what's going to happen. And interestingly, the liquidity that shows up is around the VWAP. So there's no coincidence in that, it's simply logic. But these are wonderful trades. At the anchored VWAP at the low, touch, fire free. These are very, very low risk trading opportunities. And you can trade it in any time frame. If you trade now on a tick chart like Bookmap, or you use a 1 hour chart or daily chart for stocks. Amazing hit rate. Smash like traders. So, and if you want to learn more about this, well, always free to send me a DM here on Discord or on YouTube. Okay, now we did not see the touch back, but we are entering the liquidity zone. Absolutely correct. Even there's a lot of liquidity here. I would believe that we need more tries to absorb this liquidity, so the only logical way is to get more power once we are back to the VWAP and then go here. Now there are a couple more things that we have to understand. We have the VWAP here, that is the day VWAP, yeah, it's the strongest one. Because, simple reason, at 2:30 or 3:30 CET or market opening, a lot of liquidity and volume is coming into the market. In the extended trading hours, there is not that volume, yeah. So the VWAP needs volume and price. So if you start here, it always takes some minutes, or let's say in half an hour, until this VWAP gets its full strength. As more volume is there, as more powerful this benchmark becomes. And what I figured out for me personally, and this is where also most of the traders in the ES from my community, I can only say, are successful, are the standard deviations. You can really trade the bounces from the standard deviations, just like a robot. And that is the art. If you want to become an extreme scalper, just buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And you can see here in this area how this market always is between these zones. Touch below, touch up, below, up, below, and always on the point. This is extreme scalping, I call it in my way. If I do this 1 or 2 hours a day, I'm really exhausted. And always here, you not even need a 5-tick stop. Maybe 3 ticks in a normal market behavior. Next week, I would say. This week is messy because of the volatility. But there are also, like yesterday, one trader of my community wrote that he funded 2 Apex accounts and made almost 10K in a day. So amazing. Also here, market is moving. Best example. I wouldn't know where to enter here this market, yeah? But the market is falling. Wow. Touch, standard deviation. Continuing. Almost here. Touch here. Touch here. Okay. Then you break through and you start buying when the market is at the VWAP line, yeah? Maybe sometimes you cannot get your full profit target. But so what? Risk management better than 2-to-1. It's perfect. Sometimes you can make different strategies. Like you not only trade, let's say 1 lot, you trade 3 lots. You enter the market with 3. The first 2 lots you take out with 12, and the second lot or the third lot or the last lot you simply let run and just put your stop loss above the VWAP line. Then you get a much better risk to reward ratio over time. But it's also really, it's personal character question, yeah. How do your emotions work? What sort of trader type you are? And if you follow this strategy or this setup and you start to look at other markets, I call it more conservative markets or slower markets like CL, gold, you even get better statistics. I always say the index markets are the most cunning, smartest, developed markets from the side of technology. Other markets like oil, silver, gold, natural gas, also a very nice market, are slower and not so open to the public, and there are different players in the game, and they simply follow these sort of rules, and if we know that, we can use it for ourselves. So now we had this story that I just said before. We couldn't absorb the liquidity. So the next step is simply going back to the VWAP. And the market is simply stopping here, yeah? And now deciding, okay, who's in charge now? Do we want to absorb the liquidity here at 26, or we still need a way down to the anchored VWAP here at 1650 to get a new attempt to catch the liquidity? Wow, the new 1000 lot order just entered here at, well, a couple minutes ago, 1 minute ago, not even 20 seconds ago, a 1000 lot order at around the standard deviation. What a coincidence. So now we are going to hit the anchored VWAP. Let's see what's going to happen here. We see the market is simply struggling, yeah, because many orders are entering the market. Let's have a look at the micro view. Yeah, if you're now a scalper, I would have entered here at 1675, 5 ticks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably, maybe it would, I have to see it. This is the problem what I had. 1675, 1, 2, 3, 50 here. Well, probably I would have got with my 5 tick stop running in the SL. These are then unlucky days, but at the end I know during normal trading days this is working. And you see you have the pullback here. These are the algorithmic moves that I like to use. Too much going on there, yeah, Patricio. So now you can also turn around the game. You play the anchored VWAP above. Okay, now we have put this one above. What is always important for me is simply I have a price, starting point, and then I want to see something like I call it vacuum, yeah, at least in Bookmap for me it's black, this black zone. And if I see this, I have the black zone, I would enter here in really extreme scalping strategies, and I would simply let the trade run, and then we always get this sort of move after a while, and then I would be out here. At least the first contract would be gone here, and then the second one I would still have open and have the stop loss above the white line. And now again here, if we look closer, we have the anchored VWAP from the bottom, retest, retest, exactly on that price level. What is the best data feed for Bookmap? I know that Bookmap has now his own data feed. I must say I haven't tested it yet. For me, I'm using Rhythmic. And Rhythmic was for most of the time the data feed with the MBO data. I can also show you the difference. What you have to understand about data feeds is you have market by price and market by order data. Yeah. Market by order, you can see it, you can check it out here on the CM group side. Market by price, you simply have the best 10 bid and ask prices, and you just know how big is the aggregated size on the bid and ask. And with that, Bookmap can actually not work well. Long time since I use Bookmap, I use Rithmic, because the Rithmic has market by order data. We know each part of the order. Is there now a bracket? Is there now, let's say we have here on the bid order of 1,000. Is this now one order with 1,000 lots or contracts, or are these 1,000 orders with each one contract? Yeah. So we can look much deeper into the order structure. And this was only provided by Rithmic before. CQG, for example, didn't provide this, so CQG was not an option to use with Bookmap. And I believe, or actually I know, that the new order feed from Bookmap exactly has the same order structure. But for me, since I'm also trading prop trading accounts, they use Rithmic data feed. This is why I use Rithmic. Exactly. Yes, I'm also trading on Apex. Yes, correct, the Wolf. Most of use Rithmic because full market depth and MBO data same will be with the new Bookmap data, but at the moment CME is available. Yeah. So now again here, best example for scalping trade here, just AVWAP at the top, you're waiting. Actually you can have your entrance here, or again here. Exactly, this is just simply, these are the safest trades with a very low risk to reward, a very low risk ratio. Does the XFeed also provide market by order? I think so, but I'm really not, I cannot be 100% sure. I never use the XFeed for futures. I only use the XFeed for stocks. Yeah, if I come here now, if I look at the SPY, for example, I have the DX feed or stocks, but for futures, I'm not the expert on that. So you found Bookmap a better trading platform comparing to NinjaTrader. The Wolf, it's different. I for myself, I cannot compare NinjaTrader to Bookmap. NinjaTrader is a great platform, but it's an all-around tool. If you need very specific trading techniques, like a long historical chart and other indicators and so on, NinjaTrader is a great tool. Believe me, great software. Bookmap for me is simply the order book, which I use for day trading and scalping and to see the liquidity levels. For this, Bookmap is not comparable to any other software. So you cannot compare Bookmap or NinjaTrader. Actually, for me, I use Bookmap, and for my basic analysis, I'm using TradingView. Yeah, very simple. I love it that I have all markets here. It's fast, easy. I can manage it. Here I have my basic charts and my markets. Yeah, I subscribe to the real-time data for the CME. It's like $7 a month. Doesn't matter. But here I make my technical analysis on a longer time horizon. I trade forex markets through TradingView. CFDs, it's not available for US citizens, I think, but yeah, all sort of products. But for the scalping and day trading futures is for me Bookmap the fastest execution platform. I traded with many platforms, but I must say with Bookmap I have the feeling, I cannot prove it, yeah, but I'm always at least one tick better in the market with another platform. Can you share again the settings you're using, the white and purple levels on your chart? Yes, sure. Right. Going here back to the ES, we have for the purple lines, this is the anchored VWAP, yeah, starting at exactly 2:30 p.m. This is Central European time. This is the official market opening time in New York. New York time should be 9:30 a.m. So from that, this is, I call it the day VWAP. The session VWAP, because the official trading session is starting here. It's the most powerful VWAP. The standard deviations is simply configure add-ons. If you go to VWAP, it's simply 1, yeah. You go to bands, show plus minus 1 deviation bands. You can also create your custom bands. We also have some which are very interesting to trade. It's our own formula, but basically what is enough for you is +1, +2 deviation bands. Starting here today, this time. When the time difference between US and Europe is normal again, I would say it's 3:30 for our time. And the white line, simply, if you have the AVWAP tool, you just go to a high or low point, click there, right mouse click, create anchored VWAP here. And then you have a starting point wherever you like it. Then you have to decide if it makes sense for you or not. So you can create as many anchored VWAPs as you like. You have to determine for yourself where does it make sense to place in VWAP. The Rhythmic data feed basically is like $30 each month for all 3 exchanges, for CME Globex, NYMEX and COMEX, so that you can trade ES, gold, oil. If you only want to trade ES, basically it's $10 a month, or 11 or 12 sometimes. I'm talking now about private traders, not non-professional traders. Exactly, you can get it from a broker, yeah, and basically if you have a broker like AMP, or you use prop firms, they provide you this data, and basically you pay like $10 for each exchange. So guys, may I ask you, well, there are already some people here. Where are you based? Are you all from the United States, or I know there are some from Germany here. I know them. I'm always saying this again and again and again, but I also mentioned this to Bruce once. I'm very interested in doing a convention or just trader meetup in New York City. Bruce would also be there, and the Bookmap team. I'm doing this. Why I'm telling you this? I'm doing this in Germany every year in November. We are on a nice island, and there a friend of mine has a very good restaurant. We just meet there for a couple of days. People coming from Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and all other regions, and we have a simply get together, drinking, eating, having fun, having party. There's no agenda. There's no seminar or something like this. It's just simply to not to be involved in this online world, but to get to know each other personally and exchange ideas, exchange visions, plans. And I'm always also planning this, and I'm asking more and more people to do this in New York City, or probably also other places in the United States. But now I'm collecting leads or people who are interested in that, to get to know someone personally. And all this is basically in Germany we're just doing it for covering your own cost. Everyone is paying his traveling fees. Then sometimes you have a sponsor, but let's say like last year November you pay like $110 for one night, best food and drinks all inclusive. Yes, Borussia passed the turn. Exactly, PL. Definitely. I love it. Yeah, I we were watching it and celebrating a lot. It was amazing, and yeah, to beat Eindhoven. UK, Jack. Where in UK? Arizona. Okay, US. So if I subscribe to Bookmap, I can get Rhythmic via Bookmap, or do I still need a prop firm or broker? You can get Rhythmic through Bookmap, yeah. But honestly, I think you pay like $10 more a month. If you go to an prop firm, you get it probably like $5 cheaper. It depends on what you want, no? Giselle, yeah, that is what I'm. That is my duty. For me, I have one philosophy: knowledge is for free. If you want to have organized knowledge, well, you have to pay a little fee because you get faster to your track. If you want to get personalized knowledge from me and watch over my shoulder, then it's expensive. Toronto, Canada. I haven't been to Canada yet, but I should be nice. I heard Toronto is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Bookmap charges $40 for each exchange or not for the bundle. Really, only for Rhythmic, Alois Santa? It's UK, okay, Scotland. Oh, Scotland, the Highlands. Oh, yeah, I'm a very big fan of castles and yeah, this. So maybe if you guys, Scotland and UK is not so far from northern part of Germany, book the date of the 23rd of November. There is our next get together on the island of Norderney. You will enjoy it, and at least if you just compare it like this, if you like to drink, you will already save all your traveling costs through drinking. Yeah, it's a beer. It's very cheap in Germany compared to England and any other stuff. And of course, please, everyone, press the like button on YouTube. Yeah. 29 likes already. Okay, that's getting closer to the goal. But there are 66 people watching right now and only 29 likes. Can be a little bit more. So, and again, oh yeah, we see again, these are the very, very high profitability trades. The market just dipped on the standard deviation of the session VWAP, just hit it and the market turns. From what we have here, 2.75 to 4, 8, 16 ticks now, yeah. Up to the VWAP. It's easy trading, no stress trading. Well, it's stressful because you have to watch and to follow it, but it's a very high reward to risk scenario. Clearwater in Florida. I know, DB. There is a movie series on Netflix. It's about Clearwater. Very nice city. I was in Florida last year, last September, in Tampa and Miami. And where we were thinking about going down to the Keys, but it was too far because we had an agenda. We went from Miami to Savannah. We stayed in Savannah. From Savannah to somewhere in the Smoky Mountains. Yeah, it was a nice place to see the bears, the Indiana reservoirs. And then I went at my birthday, 12 September, I bought for everyone VIP tickets for Guns N' Roses concert. So we were row zero, Guns N' Roses in Knoxville on the 12th September last year. That was amazing. Then to Atlanta and go back. Tampa Bay area. Oy. Okay, well, I am going probably, maybe I am next month or the month after in Vegas for another convention. I might win some sort of community prize. I like to build communities, and I'm very good in one special area right now. And if I win this competition, I'm getting invited to Vegas to meet some great people, to have, yeah, also get together, exchange ideas, networking. So now the market is going back to the VWAP again here. Touch. It's a good short signal. Let's see what the market is doing. Yeah, and we see the reaction is coming. Still testing, 2 ticks above. Now what you can do is you just here at the bottom, you set the anchored VWAP. Okay, I would for 3, 4 still in the market. But what we can see here during these days is we really have algorithmic buying just moving up, 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 up. The market will go up to the liquidity zones, I think, above. But here again, we had the touch of the standard deviation. We have this vacuum, touch, go long, touch, go long. You would have at least 2 trades or 2 trade opportunities. I think this would be the better one. But then you enter with 2 lots. First lot you cover here, and then you let it run. Yeah, run, 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 run. If you have this bottom, you create another VWAP. And yeah, loading, loading, loading. And again, touch here, market is running up, retest, boom, long, long. So you make your money. I'm not the trader who wants to take all this move. Really, it's not seldom, yeah. For my experience, this is very yeah, it doesn't happen often. Yeah, these small sort of trades you can have every day, and you just take what is your idea and what the market is giving you. Now the next target should be above here. First standard deviation, and what a surprise! There is also liquidity at the standard deviation at 230. And these are the nice confirmations that I like, yeah, which this chart cannot tell you. Well, we know there is the standard deviation, and so we know. But if I see that there is a huge liquidity with 1,000 lots and more at this line, it's a very, very, I would say, high probability trade opportunity. And then maybe I would not go with 1 lot or 2 lots in the market, maybe with 10, 20 or 30, because the chance to success is there. How do you set up those anchored VWAPs? Okay, the first thing that you have to do is you go to settings, you go to configure add-ons, then you go to manage add-ons, then you scroll down, and basically available for install, yeah. And then you simply install it, then you have it here, AVWAP, okay. Then you look here, it's called VWAP here. There's still some bugs, but doesn't matter. You have to figure out your way around. Then you have AVWAP here, and you can create new line. Yeah. Okay. You can enter time here, whatever you like. You have the different VWAPs, you can delete some, yeah, very simple. And they're gone. You can hide them. And if you have the plugin installed, you simply look onto the chart right click with the mouse, create anchored VWAP. Yeah, it takes a little bit sometimes. Then bam, you will have the VWAP. Now you got it. Now you can even create bands for this. You go to settings, configure add-ons. You are here in your VWAP table. You will see that you have two VWAPs now. The last one is the one you like. You can call it low. You can change the color to yellow. Okay. You can create also bands for it. One. So close. Now you even have this anchored VWAP with bands. And also here, if the market is moving fast, these bands are very nice to trail your stop loss or even to find new entrance points. Very simple. I like the simplicity of it, you know, that is always important. I'm not that techie guy. Keep it simply stupid, yeah. That's the best thing for me. Now we already passed, yeah, the 1 hour, but well, I still can make a couple minutes longer. Anyway, I have not too much to do right now. I'm trading anyway. Now again, we are seeing the low from the VWAP, and let's see what's going to happen. Touch the VWAP and probably go back to the 22. Hip Hop, thank you also. Cool name, Hip Hop Exposed. Okay, now the market breaks through. Doesn't matter, you make a minus trade. The next thing that you could do is simply trade the retest here, yeah, if the market goes here. Or you come and you place the new anchored VWAP here. We have now a trend reversion. So you set up a new VWAP at the high and you start to jump on that trend. We have now here the white line. So if the market comes back to this area here, 5 to 19, might be a nice setup to move into the market, to jump on the trend. How much it costs of this subs and add-ons, and if you are connecting to Apex accounts feed, there is a need to sub. Yeah, the Wolf, basically you need if you want to trade through Bookmap, you need the Go Global Plus subscription. There's a lifetime fee, you can buy it, and there are monthly fees. I think it's like $79, which I believe is a fair price for a software like this. And then if you have an Apex account, you need the Rhythmic data feed, yeah, Rhythmic accounts, and then you must book the Rhythmic add-on. For one exchange, if you only trade ES, for example, it's an additional $10 per month that you have to pay to Rhythmic. If you want to trade also crude oil and gold, then you have to subscribe to 3 exchanges. This is all bundled add-on, yeah. COMEX, NYMEX and CME Globex, then your total fee would be $30. So 79 plus 30, you are at $109 each month. And then you can use Apex and trade through Bookmap. This is what I definitely can recommend. This is, for me, the way to go. Yeah, if there are no more questions, then I would close this session, and we see each other again next Thursday, or for the German speaking community tomorrow. And well, if you have any questions, just you can contact me on Instagram, on TikTok. I have a TikTok channel in German now. I'm creating this, and yeah, experimenting with this, or simply through Discord. And I would say bye bye. Have a nice day. Enjoy the sun in Tampa, Florida. I love that.